Here's the message of the day.
Message.
Get in good trouble. Get in good trouble. These are the words of the late, great Representative John Lewis. He fought for civil rights, voting rights, gun control, health care reform, and immigration rights. His famous quote is often associated with the legacy of civil rights activism. Here's the full quote. Get in good trouble, necessary trouble, and help redeem the soul of America. So think of this quote if you decide whether or not you want to get in good trouble. Take this message in stride and be blessed. Welcome back to Straight Hating Podcast.
Welcome back. Hello.
This is episode 97.
97.
The message of the day was brought to you by Straight Hating Fashions and More, an online store selling a new brand of merchandise called Straight Hating. Go check us out.
Check us out.
Cop the merch.
Cop the merch.
Go to straighthatingfashionsandmore.com, straighthatingfashionsandmore.com, or go on Facebook and look for Straight Hating LLC and see the purple fire. There's also a link there. Click on that, it goes take you directly to the website. It's easy. Facebook, go to Straight Hating LLC, or go to the website directly to straighthatingfashionsandmore.com. Or talk to your phone if you have iPhone, Android, and be like, hey Siri, hey Google, and they'll take you directly to the website or any of our podcasts. Our podcasts sites that we have. We have over 13 platforms that we're on. So go there, check us out. Let us know what you think. I'm your host, AC.
Okay. Yeah. What's up?
And joining me tonight is my lovely co-host, Tashia.
Okay. And hold it. And hold it. Hey, y'all. It's the girl, Tasha Mack. Holla back when you say my name. Make sure you say it completely like he just did. That's Tasha Mack. Holla back. Let's go.
How you doing today, Tasha Mack?
I'm hot.
You hot, Tasha Mack?
I'm on fire like this purple fire back here. It's a hot day out here in these streets. Woo.
No doubt, no doubt.
Temperatures rising.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, how was your week? How was your day? How was your week?
Well, it's good. Tired still. You know, working hard, so probably a little aching. But I'm okay.
It's been 2 weeks since we've been on air.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I thought it was one.
2 weeks. We've been on air 2 weeks ago. We missed a week. We've been on air 2 weeks ago. So, and listen, you ready to do this?
I am ready.
Alright, you see we got the Straight Hating gear on, Straight Hating t-shirts.
Okay.
And look behind me, you see the Straight Hating gear on the wall as well. Go check us out.
Check us
Give us
out.
some support. Try to give us some support, but definitely can use it.
Show your
Definitely
love.
Show your love. We're going to start with entertainment and sports news.
What is it?
Entertainment and sports news.
Oh, I thought you said sports doo-doos. I was like, what?
So here's Tasha Mack's review of the 2025 BET Awards that we passed a week ago. Go ahead, Tasha Mack, to talk about 2025 BET Awards.
Alrighty. This is so crazy. Let me tell y'all, the BET Awards was very, very stunning. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the fact that how Kevin Hart kind of like brought back, you know, like the dressing up, you know, because BET Awards should be done like with class, because that's how it started. And it was good to see them trying to bring some class back to the BET Awards. Like he was so crazy. Of course, Kevin Hart, you know, he was bringing the funny. Some of the stuff, he be overdoing sometimes. But for the most part, he was like a real good host. Like stole Usher coat, allegedly, or whatever. But if you see the BET Awards, then you know what I'm talking about. But with that awards, they had a lot of shows, a lot of singers, and then they did a lot of. They did the Ultimate Icon Award. And the recipients of the Ultimate Icon Awards was very much deserving because Jamie Foxx received the award, Mariah Carey received one of those awards. And did y'all know that this is Mariah Carey's first BET Awards?
Hey.
I mean, like all these songs, you would think that she would have been done had like a BET award.
Right.
All these years, all those hit songs. But she announced that that was her first award, and she was like, "Well, if you're gonna get a first BET award, why not it be the Ultimate Icon Award?" So big ups to Mariah Carey for being there and accepting that award.
That's what's up.
Big old Snoop Dogg, he got his award, and like Snoop, Snoop gonna take it to the hood, I love me some Snoop, and Snoop kept it G.
Let me.
He kept
Before you finish,
G.
I want to say my part on Snoop. Listen.
What?
Now, I've been hearing a lot of flack about Snoop and the war, and I saw his acceptance or whatnot. But you gotta understand how we in the black community, delegates of the black community, how we feel about Snoop Award getting this award. Now, we all love him. And I still love him, and I'm a fan. But we do feel a little betrayed.
Because of the Trump situation?
Yes.
Oh, man, y'all need to let that go.
We feel betrayed. Because
that man went and got him some money.
But here's the thing. You guys tell you, all that we got in this world,
and
two things a man got in this world.
Finish.
You have your name and your word.
And Snoop is to his word. He wanted to be he wanted to go do
So I'm
that
just saying.
with Trump. And he probably was feeling Trump. He probably felt like Trump give him more money or something.
Listen, he got his papers. I'm
saying he has the right to an opinion to feel how he feels, and so do the people. But at the same time, let's not discredit his work and what he has done throughout the years before the Trump situation. Let's not let the Trump situation be the thing like, oh, brother, start giving him flack by that.
If you're not a man of your word, that's all you have in this world.
He is a man of his word.
Now, I said name and cause I was trying to be clean. I said name and your word. It's really your word and your balls. That's the only thing you got as men. You break them, you're not men. You break any of them, you're not man. You're not a man no more.
Made me forget who the fourth person was that received.
So I just wanted to put that out there because I felt some kind of way I need to put out there for people who really, feel their way about Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I done lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot.
Well, this is the discussion.
Thanks a lot.
I
wasn't even finished. Well, you could have waited till I finished and then discuss instead of jump in like you always be telling me.
All right, you have any other reviews?
Anyway, I wasn't done. I think Glorilla, I'm trying to remember who the other icon was, but I think Glorilla, she really did amazing performance with her stage presence and everything. And then Keisha Cole, she coming up in there with the love song. That was a really nice set. And Glorilla, she been nominated like 6 times, but she won an award too with one of her godly albums with Kurt Franklin. So big up to her. Doechii won an award. Kendrick Lamar bust out with like 5 awards. And SZA won an award. So big ups to them. And
but didn't Glorilla won a gospel award?
I just said that. I literally just said that.
Well, you said she won an award.
A godly award.
And then you went to another one and said they won a gospel
Kurt
award.
Franklin.
But this is...
You wasn't listening.
Glorilla winning a gospel award.
What's wrong with that?
You're not going to put Glorilla and gospel in the same category for
Why you can't do that? She made a gospel song.
So 1 week.
Frank.
See, that's hypocrisy right there.
That's not hypocrisy.
So you say
God knows everybody gonna sin.
that's more. The more people say that word, those words, that phrase, God knows my heart. God knows my heart. Let me finish. God knows my heart. Or say, God knows I'm gonna say I'm not perfect. That's hypocrisy.
That's not hypocrisy.
It is. That doesn't give you the right.
For our sins.
That doesn't give you the right to say. Once you say that, that means you can't continue doing it.
But that doesn't give you the right to judge that woman. That don't give you and think just because she like over here or doing this for the music and making her money that she don't have the Lord in her life. That don't give you the right to say that.
You're not gonna be pussy popping, booty shaking one day and say I got God in my life and say, well, Lord made me do that. That's hypocrisy.
No, it's not.
That's straight up. That's the meaning of what hypocrisy is.
So if you dance today and you just say thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning, that's hypocrisy.
If you are moving in the way of what you say, your Christianity,
how you know the lady ain't working on herself?
Okay, working on yourself is not just words, it's what action is well. If your action is saying booty popping, you saying booty popping, eat my butt, and all this other stuff, and I'm gonna have sex, and then next one says, thank God does this. That's hypocrisy.
So how about
because God is not gonna allow you to do that. God's not in.
How about Google her and be in her life, and then you can do.
But look, God's not in mess. People use that as an excuse to continue doing the mess.
And
but God's not in mess.
And people always be trying to judge. They need to lead the
God's not in mess.
Lead the judging to God.
But that doesn't give you a right to continue doing
and that don't give you a right to judge. That don't give you a right to judge.
Actually, it is.
No, it's not.
But go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done.
BET.
I'm done. I had more, but I'm done.
Go ahead.
No.
This is straight hate. I mean, you gotta be ready to speak to the rebuttal and stuff. I'm just telling my part of how I feel about those things.
Everything I say, you don't let me get through.
Just like Kirk Franklin, a.k.a. What's his other name?
That's what it was, Kirk Franklin. That's the fourth person. Thank you.
And I'm glad. Guess what? And I'm glad. What's your boy name? Who hosted? Kevin Hart told him what he said.
Yeah, that was funny. He said, "You front twerking, Kurt."
Right. Guess what? And people, no one should. Guess what? Here's the thing, though. That's a message within itself.
Guys, the guy say you can't hump the air.
Where in the Bible say you can hump the air?
Where in the Bible that it say you cannot hump the air?
It says you're not supposed to be the way of man, walk like the rest of the world, but the world, you supposed to be the light of the world. You don't supposed to act like the people of the world.
Well, they gave him a word, so he must be the light of the world.
You're not supposed to act like the people of the world.
Yo, what about the world acting like
That's
him?
the whole point of that whole message.
So the world is not acting like him?
And the people of the world, like Kevin Hart, is telling him that you need to stop dancing like that and front twerking. Dick popping.
So Kevin Hart can say that, but he sit there and drink every day.
Here's the thing, though. He's supposed to be a light to give advice and give messages to Kevin Hart. But if Kevin Hart openly gave a message to a man of God who's supposed to be a man of God, that's an open message.
He's a comedian. He's a comedian. That's what he do.
But guess
say
what?
Whatever he wants to say to make people laugh.
If you walking like the rest of the world. If you walking like the rest of the world.
You're not walking like the rest of the world. That's what makes him different.
Who, Kirk Franklin?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. You don't shaking your dick to people while you dancing.
They doing what they do.
You're not supposed to walk like the people of the world. You're supposed to be a light and shine like the people of the world.
The people of the world got that from him.
Oh, people of the world is dick popping. Dick popping.
Yep, they got it from him. You can call it whatever you call it. He just call it feeling good.
Okay.
He got clothes on. He ain't out there stripping.
This is one of the reasons why people don't go to church.
That's one of the reasons why people don't go to church. People in church always sit here trying to judge people and act that they are holy and high mightier than everybody else just because they say, "Oh Lord, thank you Jesus" like this, and I can't say, "Oh Lord, thank you Jesus" business. You can't tell me how to praise the Lord.
Hold on, listen.
What?
If people of the world is correcting you,
Mind their own business.
no, it can't mind your business if he's publicly doing it.
Yes, they can. They ain't got to look at it. If they don't like it, don't look at it.
All right.
What you gonna do? You gonna sit there and talk about it? Why waste your time talking about that? Go talk about something else. That's what's wrong with people today. Don't mind their daggone business.
He's in the public atmosphere.
Okay.
Of course it's gonna
He's in the public atmosphere, but they don't have to look at it. They can turn the television, they can turn the music off. They ain't got to look at it. He ain't forcing nobody to look at him.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
If
That's that nosiness that's forcing you to look at him.
How is he nosy if you public?
Look, you sitting up here talking about it. You sitting up here talking about it. What he doing? He out there living his life, probably on boats and all kind of stuff, living a good life. And you sitting up here, hey.
Alright. You got any more for the damn BET Awards?
BET Awards, I like it. It was lit. It was long though. That thing was long. What, like 4 hours and a half? That thing was long. I thought it was gonna go about 11, maybe even 12, but I did rewind it back a little bit, so about 12:30. So it did went off about like 12, but it seemed like it went off at 1 o'clock. It was long, but I stayed up for it because I really appreciate the fact that they dressed up to make it back like a war. Oh yeah, and 106 in Park, congratulations to y'all for their 25th year. They came out with Ashanti, Mariah Carey, you know, Mr. 106 in Park.
Aren't they coming back? They're coming back, right?
I don't know yet. We still, you know.
You still working on that?
Yeah.
You still working on that?
Oh yeah, one more thing. Shout out to Stevie Wonder. He did his little comedian Bix when he presented the award to Jamie Foxx. He was like, he was editing the shows and seeing over everything to make sure the show went right for Jamie and stuff. And that was cute because, you know, he's blind. So like, he was making his own blind jokes. So shout out to Stevie Wonder, yeah. Cool.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And listen, I want to say rest in peace to an American musician and songwriter, Sylvester Stewart, a.k.a. Sly Stone, from the hit group Sly and the Family Stone. I still listen to his music. I have it on what do you call it, playlist? Mm-hmm. That's what you call it, playlist. Yeah. You can ask Tashia Matt. I still listen to 70s music, 80s music, and 90s music. Heavy on the 70s and 90s. And listen, if you want me to stay, I'll be around the way, be available for you to see. Okay, that's one of the songs right there.
That's the song he was singing when I met him, y'all. Played it over and over again. We've been together for how long now? Never ask a man because they don't really know. It's been 13 years.
Shit, I barely know my birthday, my age. I don't feel my age. Let's get back to Sly. He passed away on June 9th at the age of 82 years old.
82.
82.
Rest in peace.
He has many hits including my favorites. Again, if you want me to stay, I'll be around today. Be available for you to see. But I got to go, but now you know. Ooh, another one. Everyday People, the original song, Everyday People, before it was rewritten. You have Family Affair.
Yeah.
It's a family affair. And then you have Thank You. And also you have, you say thank you for being, okay. And they played on all the damn commercials.
Yeah.
I Want to Take You Higher, and many, many more. You're definitely going to be missed, my brother. You are an icon. You and your family are an icon of our culture.
Our condolences.
And I definitely play you, listen to you all the time. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right. Also, man, we have some losses. Also, I want to say rest in peace to Amanda Lewis, former host of the MTV.
Yeah, my guru, yeah.
MTV passed away at age 52.
Yeah.
From the breast seat. From the breast seat. You know what I'm saying?
From the what?
The C word. You know, for the, you know, I'm going to say certain words out there. We don't, you know, you can't say certain words.
Can't say that.
If I said breast seat, what it means? Oh my God. Can I get back to it? Rest in peace, Amanda Lewis, former host. I'm going to play.
I'm just in shock. I wasn't really asking you. I was asking out loud.
Let me play
in my head. I'm like, what?
something.
That's so sad.
Let's turn to the tragic passing of former MTV VJ, talk show host, and ET family member Ananda Lewis, who lost her 5-year battle with breast cancer at home yesterday while under hospice care at just 52 years old.
I know I don't talk a lot about wrestling the big sea monster. What does matter is keeping you out of this club.
That would be her final video update to fans in February. Ananda advocated for cancer prevention years after foregoing regular mammograms out of fear of radiation.
That was a mistake. I wish I could go back.
Ananda was diagnosed in 2020 and went against medical advice by not getting a double mastectomy. It spread to stage 4, and she expressed regret over that decision last year.
I decided to keep my tumor. Looking back on it, I go, you know what? Maybe I should have.
Ananda rose to fame in the mid-90s as the host of BET's Teen Summit.
I know you guys got some questions.
Then joining the golden era of MTV, co-hosting TRL with Carson Daly and Hot Zone. In 2001, Ananda stepped away to launch her own syndicated talk show. Then in 2004, she joined our one-time sister show, The Insider, as a correspondent, where she got behind the piano with Stevie Wonder. And in 2005, she sat down with the late Suzanne Summers, 18 years before she lost her own battle with breast cancer.
What you put into your body today will have a direct effect upon your health down the road.
That sounds right.
Ananda leaves behind her husband, Will Smith's brother, Harry Smith, and their 14-year-old son, Langston, who was by her side when she passed, then a few hours later graduated from middle school. Ananda's sister tells E.T., quote, her wish was to live to his graduation day, and she did exactly that.
I have no intention on leaving him. I don't want to leave my friends, my family. Hell, I don't want to leave myself. I like being here.
That was a clip from E.T. Listen, you used to watch a lot?
Yeah. TRL, Teen Summit, man. We used to watch Teen Summit all the time growing up when we was little. And then, of course, on E&T, Entertainment Tonight, like, it was like, that's just so sad that, you know, like, ladies, that's why it's very, very important to at least have an annual checkup. Make it an annual checkup. Sometimes, if you know, feeling maybe like lumpy or something, like, do it every 6 months.
Mammogram, right?
Yes, a mammogram. Just like make sure you like check your girls. Don't wait till like October, anything like that for it to be the breast awareness week. You know, breast sea awareness week. But you know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, like, cause it's sad, especially if like it may be something that you can do to at least extend the time or get advantage and be like in remission. So yeah. Because, you know, I have family members that suffer from it, but thank God, my family member, my sister, she's still going strong, you know, she's a survivor, so, and that's because she caught it early. So, if you're thinking, or just go check, at least once a year.
Yeah, please go check, definitely go check, you know what I mean? So, big ups to Amanda.
And rest in peace, huh?
Going to some different, still in entertainment. Coco Gauff beats Arena Sabalenka to win the French Open title, the first win in 10 years since Serena Williams won. And guess what? She been getting, for her big win, as she was playing whatever, she was getting some backlash, you know what I'm saying? And people like, and then the old girl who lost was like, well, didn't even take it right. We're talking about, well, she didn't beat me, I'll beat myself type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Girl,
like,
you got beat.
you know what I'm saying? She
You
didn't
lost.
do nothing. But that was a hard battle. It was going.
And
you know what I'm
Coco
saying?
pulled it off, one of the youngest to do it since, like you said, since Serena, within 10 years, one of the youngest females.
For the French Open. You know what I'm
To
saying?
do
So
it.
let me play this.
Coco, what a performance. You played some unbelievable tennis. I really had the feeling that you had a huge start of the game. Was it the plan to start really strong today?
Well, it's always the plan to try to start strong, but I knew it was important today. Louise is obviously an incredible player, and for her to have the tournament that she had, she definitely proved she's one of the best players in the world, especially on clay, and I'm sure we'll have many more battles in the future, hopefully here. And yeah, so I know you guys wanted her to win, but I wanted to win as well. But yeah, congratulations to her for an incredible tournament. And yeah, today was just happened to be my day.
We all know playing a French player in Paris, especially here on Philippe Chatrier, is never easy. How did you deal with the atmosphere, the energy, and the public?
Yeah, this is my first time playing a French player here, actually in this tournament that I can remember, maybe during the COVID year, but there was no fans. So, yeah, how I managed, I mean, I was mentally prepared during the match, or before the match, that it was going to be 99% for her, but I just tried to block it out, and actually, when you guys were chanting her name, I was saying to myself my name, just to kind of,
Right.
just to kind of psych.
Gotta do what you gotta do,
That's
girl.
right.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right.
Just to psych
Go,
myself
go,
out.
go.
You know, you have to do that, but I think it's incredible atmosphere to play in front of this crowd, regardless if they're for me or not. And I know you guys would usually root for me if I'm not playing a French, so I love you guys still.
I wanna say what that meant, what she was.
Yeah, one of the biggest
What you think about that?
one of the biggest takes that's why I played this video.
Get y'all.
Is that when she was there playing her heart out, they kept saying, arena, because the other girl's French, the French played, and they playing the French Open. They kept playing her. So that would mentally psych out an opponent, because now you're hearing this other opponent's name and no one's have your back. That would mess you up mentally. Then it messed you up physically, because you're not gonna perform as well. She took it upon herself to psych herself up and said her own name over and over again, cheering on as if she was hearing them saying it. Coco.
Right.
So she got a motivation in there. That's called self-motivation, perseverance, and then she kept on going.
We can't
hard.
stop. We
And
keep
that is very important, because most of the time in life, when you go through do stuff, I don't care if it's playing a physical thing or going to work or trying to do your own business, whatever. A lot of people are going to be against you or not on your side. But you have to keep pushing yourself mentally, motivate yourself. That way you keep on striving, you keep on going no matter what. Because if you stop, you don't know if you would have won. But if you do stop, you know you're going to quit. I mean, if you do quit, you know you're going to lose. So don't quit. Never give up. Find a way to keep it going and just keep it moving. You will win. What do you want to say?
Oh, I already had said what I had to say.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've been no time like that. But congratulations, Coco. Way to
No
go.
doubt.
You already know.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, represent for the girls, you know. Black Power.
Let's keep this going, keep this ride moving on another one. Listen, Nigeria Kennedy, Texas Tech superstar softball pitcher, is taking down all competition and just signed another 7-figure deal with Texas Tech. Yo, softball is your thing, right?
This is true.
Listen, she threw a wicked pitch. She's a pitcher. Yo, she is bad. She one of her games, she threw it, they hit, and then she caught it. Got him out. Like, what? Yo, she's bad. This is a bad young sister. She's bad. Nigeria Kennedy, y'all. They keep saying Naja, but her name Nigeria Kennedy. Yo, keep a lookout for her. Because now, you know, in college games now, they made it legal for in college you get paid that money now. So not just the colleges getting paid off of the players that they've been doing for years, they're getting all this money for the schools for the players playing. Now the players are getting paid while in college.
To get a piece of the pie.
Yep. And that's
I'm
what's
happy
up.
for y'all. Wish
Nigeria Kennedy.
Wish it was sooner, but I'm happy for y'all.
She has a wicked pitch. She's a wicked pitcher, boy. She's good.
Yes, you go, girl. 2 snaps and a twist.
And let's keep on this train with these great women. Angel Reese is a beast and still a beast on the basketball courts.
Indeed, and of course, and is.
And people are still coming at her, especially these interviews, with these crazy interviews and crazy questions and all kind of stuff. But guess what? Somebody's finally having her back at one of the interviews, because here it is. Let me play this. Listen to this.
23. I'm sorry. Can I say something? This is a 23-year-old kid.
Play this back.
23. I'm sorry. Can I say something? This is a 23-year-old kid. And the amount of crap that she gets on a day-to-day, she still shows up. So whatever questions y'all got about our team, basketball-wise, we appreciate it, but all the other nonsense, it's irrelevant. We're here to play basketball and do what we do. We have a hard time right now at the end of the day. Just a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy. So whatever else, y'all want to come at her for the way that she acts, she has to build the wall. She has to have the wall. Because if she doesn't, people will break her down. Not only just because of the way she looks, but because of the way she carries herself. She doesn't just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't going to break her down for that. So whatever other question y'all got, I'm hoping it's just about basketball. Maybe a box score question. But the kid's crown is heavy. Respect that. Yeah.
Yo,
That's what's up.
that's what's up. Big ups. So this, yo, for real, big ups.
That's a teammate right there.
Because they kept every interview, they kept bombarding stuff, and then they have other interviews talking about, well, she said this last year, then this is this, but she couldn't do this year. This young lady in this particular interview, she said, how old are you? I'm 23. Listen, y'all doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
23 and in the WNBA.
Right, and listen, y'all doing too much. Ask about basketball. Ask about this other stuff. Y'all doing too much, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? And she's good on the courts.
She's great.
On the assist and everything.
Great.
Yo, she's perfect.
Beast in the paint.
Yo, she's doing her thing. You know, I gotta give it up to these young ladies. You know what I'm saying? We covering everything. We're everywhere. We're doing everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and without anything missing, we're going to go through some shout-outs. So, for those who, I usually shout y'all in every episode. So, for those who interact on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok especially, those who like it, put comments in, share those things, I'm definitely going to give you a shout out, because you definitely keep us going with your stuff, your comments, with your likes and stuff, and we appreciate that, and we inspire you to please do so, continue doing so, and if you want to get a shout out, just continue doing that. Like our page, put a comment, tell us you like it, you don't like it, We're on 13, 14 different platforms right now. You know what I'm saying? All the support, appreciation we definitely could use, definitely need. That's what we keep going. We're almost 3 years strong now. 2 years strong on the platform, on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 97. 97 episodes. Actually, if the real tally is more than 100 episodes, but as far as the number count, as far as actually episode number, we're at 97 right now. So and that's take a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely love y'all. Hope you're keeping up with us. You know, because we talk about sports, politics, different stuff, you know what I'm saying? We like to be part of the community and you know, spread love, you know what I mean? So we appreciate it. We got anything to say over there?
No, I'm waiting on shout outs.
All right. Shout out Jermaine Ingram from TikTok.
Okay, Jermaine, thank you.
Shout out Pretty and Pregnant from TikTok.
Thank you.
Shout out Penny45, Penny5928 from IG.
Roy Penny.
Shout out Yvonne35 from TikTok.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Shout out Ahmed from TikTok.
All right, man.
Shout out Love and Wages from TikTok.
Love and Wages.
Shout out Alejandra from TikTok.
Alejandra.
Shout out Yo and is Orion 271.
Yo, and this Orion.
And if I'm saying your thing wrong, please hit me up. Let me know because I'm saying it as it goes.
Wendy's Orion.
All is all together. I know it's Yo and is Orion. So 271 from TikTok. Definitely appreciate you.
Right.
Luscious Shade 76. By right? From TikTok. XOXO Lasia from TikTok. Brinks Burvell from TikTok. Shout out Denise Burrows from TikTok.
Thank you.
Shout out Vinay Penn from IG.
Just Vanna.
Shout out Vanna Penn from IG. Shout out Cole Taylor 52 from IG.
Okay, Cole Taylor.
Shout out Tom Ellis, our Carolina Car Connection on Facebook.
All right, Tom.
Yo, if y'all looking for a car, SUV, truck, listen, even with the go-karts, you know go-karts, golf carts?
Yeah.
He even got golf carts.
Oh, snap.
Yo, listen, hit my man up, go to Facebook. Look for Carolina Car Connection.
That's what's up.
You're going to see the red and black logo. If it's not red and black, it's the wrong one. Look for the red and black logo, Carolina Car Connection on Facebook. You're going to like the page, put your information in, they're going to hit you back. They're going to get you taken care of. It don't matter if you're in Georgetown County, Horry County.
No matter where you at.
Whatever the county is at, whatever, they can deliver. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you got trouble with your credit, bad credit, good, perfect credit, they definitely take care of you. They help you build your stuff as well. Listen, hit them up.
World a ride, Creek.
No doubt. They're doing great. Even in this type of, what you call it, atmosphere and economy we got going on. They still got it taken care of for you.
Yes.
So go check out Tom Ellis at Carolina Car Connection on Facebook. On Facebook. Let them know you heard it here from Straight Hating Podcast.
You did.
No doubt. So check this out. You ready to do this? Nah. I know y'all know what's going on in the world. A lot of people like to ignore it, but you couldn't ignore it this week. It was impossible to ignore what was going on in the world this week. We are now going to the segment of Surviving 2025, Politics and Current Events. This is week 21. It's been 21 weeks since the Orange Man and his MAGA cult took over the office. He called this period in time the Golden Age. So, since June 6th, so it's been 2 weeks. We're in the week 21. It's been mad crazy for this 2 weeks, yo. Mad crazy. The whole country, whole 50 states been part of this craziness. you directly. I'm sure it's affecting you indirectly because it's everywhere. It's on the news. It affects our gas. No matter where you go to work, you go to school, go to church. Y'all gotta be discussing what's going on.
The price is all the way up.
There's no way in the world you're not discussing what's going on in this administration, what's going on. Listen, since Friday, June 6th, up until today,
Friday, y'all. Woo.
protests have started in Los Angeles, California, and made its way to New York City, to Texas, and all across the 50 states. The Orange Man, in the beginning, this is beginning to end, the Orange Man sent out the National Guard and the Marines into the streets to control the protests, which is crazy in itself because there was no need for the National Guard or the Marines. So, listen, and they put Los Angeles on a curfew. New York was on a curfew. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
You can't come out of the house.
You put New York on a curfew, Sonny?
The city that never sleeps.
Yo, I'm born.
The state that never
I'm
sleeps.
born in New York, right? Raised in New York. I've never seen a
Los
time period.
Angeles too. They just like New York.
Right. Okay, I visited I went to LA. But listen, I could tell about some things about LA. But New York City is not going to be a time period where there's nobody in the streets. It's always somebody riding, driving, whatever. You know, it's never sleeps, literally.
Better not be illegal.
So they put on curfew. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, he had a big military parade.
It was very bigly,
on Saturday
but it was really small
in D.C.
compared to how bigly he wanted it.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a parade for the Army's 250th birthday. You know, I'm Army vet. You know what I'm saying? Hood. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the Army made me proud.
Army, happy birthday.
So, even though he had his parade, and then it was on his birthday too, 79th birthday, he tried to make it like the big parade like those they have in those
And like Korea
and
stuff.
Russia, the big. Listen, this parade cost over $45 million. Listen, $45 million over. 16 million of those dollars is for to fix the roads. So they had to prepare. They're gonna have the roads messed up. So they got $16 million to fix the roads. We could have, and I love the fact that somebody trying to celebrate the 250th birthday. We could have did a different way. Celebrate the 250th Army birthday in a different way. That's not gonna harm us economically. But that money could have went to other things to help people.
Especially like the people that was fired in the federal employment that
Right.
lost their jobs.
They went to go find wasted spending,
Find money.
wasted spending, right? And
then
throw up.
okay, let's use that money that we
We
found
found
and throw Trump the biggest birthday party that he ever had because he's the president.
And then in the parade, they was supposed to say happy birthday to the Army. They'll face on him and say happy birthday to him. But the Army was really, they did a silent protest. When y'all saw them walking, listen, I know the Army. Once you go through basic training, it's stuck in your mind, in your head, just from basic training alone. That's 8 weeks, every day marching. Not to mention AIT. Then you go into your duty station. Listen, the one thing you're not to do is cadence and marching, right?
Yeah.
These are veterans. These are military. These are Army people who's active duty. They were walking out of step, out of cadence. Nobody calling cadence. Nobody anything. They was heads down. The hat wasn't even right. This is because, not because they don't know what they're doing, because they know how to march. The Army knows how to march and do that salute and do that all that left, right. Listen, I'm telling you this. We do this in our sleep. Even when we out the military, the veterans like myself, we still walk in cadence sometimes. It's stuck in us. It's ingrained in you. They had a silent protest by not walking in cadence, by being silent, walking all out of. I was so proud. Because once you're in the Army, the U.S. Army symbol, USARMY, means Uncle Sam ain't released me yet. So you are government property, literally government property. So if they take the beat somewhere, they don't have a choice not to be there. They have to be there regardless. They have to be there. So we can't say they can't. They have to be there. No, they had to be there. But guess what? How they went about it, they still had a choice, and they showed it, and how they marched, and how they handled themselves doing it. There was all I was saying was no motivation.
It might get in trouble.
No, they won't, because they won't. They're a silent protest. They're not gonna get in trouble with that. We do not.
This is Trump world.
We do not bow down to a king. We have to follow orders of our UCMJ, of our orders and stuff. Orders was to be there in March. That's what they did.
But this is Trump. This is Trump world.
He don't own the government.
But he think he does.
They didn't break any laws. The order was to march, to be there in March. They did that.
I know what you're saying, and I know what the world is saying, but
Yeah, but they didn't break any laws. They didn't break any orders.
those guys gonna be severely
No,
punished.
they can't break any orders.
In the prison.
They didn't break any orders, break any laws, because they did what they're supposed to do.
I know this.
He told them to be there to march.
Trump don't know this.
But he did. They didn't do the way he wanted
He
to.
he know this, but he don't care.
Guess what?
That's
It's
what the
over
problem
with.
is.
It's over with. And what you gonna do? You can't make them redo it again. It's done. They
But
did their job.
But he can do what he been doing to other people, punishing them.
He can't.
But
He
for
can't.
going against him.
He can't. He
You
can't.
saying he can't. This man doesn't show you that he can. He got the military and army to celebrate him and made them salute him on his birthday.
But
I mean, he
they
could
did their
have
job.
had a separate party.
They did their job. They did their job.
You keep saying that, but you act like you don't know Trump. Trump
know
is
the
a
law.
different human being, and the president is not a law-abiding citizen.
That's true.
Okay, it is. Oh my
That's
God.
But I'm saying he can't do
Talking
nothing.
about what you know,
He
you
can't do
can't
anything. He can't do nothing to my soldiers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
keep saying that he can't. Them poor little people probably suffering right now. God forbid that. I pray that they not.
Also on Saturday, while they had the parade, they had the No Kings protests. This was rallies, thousands and millions of people in every state marching, protesting up and down the streets.
Yep.
Yo,
Yep.
it looked so huge. It reminded me of them zombie movies. Cause when they show certain angles, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of people in the streets. I'm glad I was not there. In fact, listen, I would have had my anxiety over crazy because I believe zombies gonna come back. Zombies coming. You know what I'm saying? Listen. If you look at those clips again, look at those clips of every state of all the people. If you was in the middle of that shit, you couldn't get out. Yo, and think of them. What they were zombies, right? A virus, right? Yo, yo. I look at that shit. I'm like, yo, the zombies outside, yo, for real, yo. I don't know.
It's going crazy.
Yo.
Like the world is really speaking up. But I wish I would have done that before y'all voted him in. Yeah.
You know, we're a hard-headed society. 'Cause you know what? And even to this day, even to this day right now, you still have people that support him 100% all the way.
Of course.
100% all the way. Knowing what they know, they still be like, that's not what it is.
Because they say he gangster.
That's not what it is.
He's a gangster. He ain't
They're like everybody Democratic leftist. You're leftist, you're Democrat, you're evil. Motherfucker, listen, stop the Democrat leftist and the Republican rightist stuff. Think of humanity. Damn it. You know,
I mean, because if you look at it, you got a right hand and you got a left hand. And so you need both of them if you want to hold on and have a strong grip. You try to get one, this arm gonna get tired. So what you gonna do? Try to lean on the other arm. So think of it like that. You're gonna need both of them.
and here's the thing that's going on around for the last few weeks.
If you have both.
They are mad that they were in the protest. They have Mexican flags.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, y'all walk around.
Snatching up all of them.
Y'all walk around with the Trump flag. Yo, thanks for Tony Miller for sharing this. Listen, y'all walk around with the Trump flag.
That ain't even a real flag.
Y'all walk around with the Confederate flag. And the Confederacy, they lost. They're losers. You walk around with a losing flag. They lost. They lost the war.
So did.
Listen, I don't care what your ancestors, because slave was also part of slavery, and black people was a part of that war on both sides as well. We fought on both sides of the war because we're here. And guess what? It doesn't fucking matter. The Confederates lost. They no longer exist, but you keep them existing because you want something to hold on to. They fought for, people say, well, they fought for rights of America. They didn't fight for America. The Confederates was not part of America. Listen, y'all keep saying, we'll go back to America. Okay, y'all know history. The Confederate States was not a part of America. They were British territories. The American states won the war. The Confederate States lost the war. They wanted to keep slavery going. You're flat. It's like me walk around a flag that says loser on it. Cause that's what you are. You got a loser. You losers. You lost.
Loser.
We got the Confederate flag. Okay. How you tell people they can't walk around with a Mexican flag or any flag? They gotta get out this country. Get out this country. You walk around those flags.
So I guess
when you walk around the fucking
this week coming up, we can't walk around without flag, with the Juneteenth flag.
You can't walk with no flags, but if it's a Confederate flag, you can walk around a Confederate flag. Confederacy was not part of America. You fucking ignorant historians. Trump flag is not a part of America.
Sure, is it?
It's a person that you're worshiping, a person. When you have his flag moved around, you worshiping. It's called idol worship. Idol worship. For those Christian nationalists and Christian thumpers, when you move around with his name on it, you idolizing him as a person. You're worshiping him.
Them people overseas.
In your Bible it says, God said, don't put no idol before me. You can't be a follower. They said, well, you can't be a Democrat and believe. You can't believe in Jesus if you believe in God, which is the opposite. Damn being Democratic or Republican. You can't be hateful to your neighbor and follow Christ. You can't be hateful to another person and believe in God, because God is of love, agape love. You can't say, I'm about God, I'm about Jesus, but you hate somebody else because of their skin or what they do.
Right.
That's not of God.
Because they are survivors.
Because I'm a Democrat or you're a Republican, okay, I'm not of God? That's not, God is love. You're not showing love by spewing hate.
That is true.
You can't be a person that's the most hypocritical thing in the world. Get rid of these people. Get out of our country. When you're not from this country.
Yeah, I'm from Europe.
Your president grandfather, not his great, his grandfather, I guess it would still be great-grandfather, but just close to him, his grandfather ran from Germany. He's from Germany. He ran from Germany to not be in the war, thanks to the German president who told us this on national television, sit beside your king in the Oval Office. His grandfather ran from Germany to get asylum in the country because he ran from war. Okay, he had a son who had another son. The son is the Orange Man. The Orange Man ran from war for his bone spurs. He ran from war. These not made up stuff. The guy that you idolize, he ran from war more than one time. His grandfather ran from Germany, so he won't go to war. They are immigrants. You can't say immigrants from I can say my ancestors are from Africa. Because I'm not direct descendant of it. It's down to my bloodline. This motherfucker's granddad, which is not one generation above his dad, ran from Germany. Do y'all understand this chronological situation?
So was Trump born in Germany?
He's born in the States. Grew up in New York City. Grew up in New York.
So he could stay, but if his father was allowed, then he'd have had to be...
They're still immigrants. They had to go. By his own rules, his own stuff, he has, especially for his wife, who's not, his wife is not from America. She has a fucking green card.
But she married an American.
Just like every other person they deported who married Americans and they still get deported.
They claim that that's not what happened.
She has to go and be deported as well. You got to deport his wife and deport his ass because they're not American. And y'all, all you hillbillies talking about, go get out, you don't like this country, get out the country. You motherfuckers all immigrants. The only people that's here that's not immigrants are Native Americans and African Americans. Native Americans are from here. Some Africans are from here because they did travel. They did do more traveling than more Europeans. Know your history because they helped civilize Europe. Europe was in the Dark Ages many times, more than one time. Let's not go that far. Other people, other Africans who are here, are descendants of slaves who did not immigrate or migrate here. They were stolen people. Stolen people. So everyone else immigrated here except Native Americans and African Americans. Everyone else is migrants. That is truth. Am I lying?
I gotta do research.
Research on what?
You asked me, are you lying? So I just said I gotta do research.
On what?
You asked me, am I lying?
But there was research on what?
Everything you said.
About what?
The Indians and the African Americans and
Native Americans.
Germans parts and stuff like that.
America never had any other culture. The Europeans came over.
Cause I do think it was like some Spanish people over here too.
They came over here. There was that here. They're Spanish. Spanish did not come
I'm
from
saying,
America.
but it wasn't called Spanish people, but they spoke that language.
Not from here. Not in America. They came over here. Every culture came over here. Africans didn't come over here. We were stolen. Except for the ones who did migrate, did come here from Africa and live with the natives, because there was also black African natives, Indians. But everyone else from Spain, Europe, Asia, they came over. You didn't see lines of people, boats of people. There's no story or no movie of showing any Africans willingly put in the boat. Most of them was Italians and Europeans. The ones who were put in boats unwillingly were all Africans.
Yep.
And then they didn't just come to North America. They was sold and shipped to every continent in the world. Africans was taken to Europe. It was taken to Haiti. It was taken to Jamaica. It was taken to China. Because we had Chinese, before African slaves were taken everywhere, we also had Africans actually who actually, before, when they did traveling, we landed on every part of the continent. But fast forward to the slave trade, we were traded and sent to every continent as slaves.
So for nothing.
Right. And then we worked for years for free. We raised your children.
For your leftovers.
But we couldn't.
Guts from your pig.
We were not better than your children, but we raised your children.
Right. We were not good enough for you, but your children drank the milk.
Drink the milk, right. And they call them mammies. We also wasn't good enough to be with you, but you had sex with us.
Right.
Our women and our men. You had sex with our men to destroy us in front of our group of people, and they had farms just with gay farms. Gay homes, slave owners would and they would buy slaves just to have sex with them and pass them around to the other slave masters. Now the ones who wasn't gay, they would still had gay farms. They would have sex with the strongest person and breaking. It's called buck breaking. And it would make them. Everybody think, well, the saggy pants came from prison. No, it came from slavery, because it would make the slave who was actually being broken wear their pants down low. But when it came to the prison system, because the prison system wasn't there yet, when it came to the prison system, that evolved from the slavery into the prison system. I am 50 years old. I've done more research in 50 years than I did ever in school, because I wasn't taught the right way. We wasn't taught the truth in school. But after high school, when I went to college and went in the world myself, been in the military and everything, I learned and taught myself. I read every book and learned everything about the real history of everything, according to American history and world history. And as the years went by, I keep collecting information and learning more stuff. You never stop learning.
Right.
I research every day. If nothing interpret, you always never stop learning. So, what you guys say about that?
Yeah, but I know that history is like natives was here first on the land and everything. And I know about the 13 colonies and all that stuff like that. I'm just so mad at how this ICE thing is going. It just seems unfair of how they're doing it. You know, it's just like they're just snatching any and everybody And it's like, oh, let me run your record. Oh, you got one. Come with me. Like, they don't care about whether they got a family and nothing like that. It's like, yeah, we got another one. It's like a celebration for them. It just feels like this country is going down instead of up to me. And all the prices were being raised up, how people are being treated, like.
You know the crazy part?
That's why y'all voted for that.
You know the crazy part? When they go to the offices, they put to go to the immigration offices to do their paperwork and stuff. They get appointments to go to the office, and when they go to the office, they get collected. Or when they go into their appointment, the appointment said, we're gonna delay your appointment for another week so you gotta come back. And so when they walk out of it, they get collected. So they're doing it the legal way. They say, do it the legal way. That's all you hear, right? Do it the legal way. Come do it the legal way. So when they do it the legal way, they're getting collected and deported.
They're being deported.
So how are you talking about do the legal way when they get collected for doing the legal way? And if you collected only criminals, why are you going to the hospitals and going to the schools and going to people's homes if you're looking for criminals? No one against you taking criminals out. No one against that. But they on the farms working.
Yeah, I ain't seen none really where they started in the jailhouse.
So this is Survivor 2025, week 21.
They had start there with a
most
beat.
Right. And he wants to send American people. Also, don't forget that.
He want what?
He wants to send American people.
He want what?
Deport American people. He called them homegrown. But guess what?
Right. And you want to bring in other people. I'm just confused. It's like you say something and then you do the total opposite.
Yes. And don't forget
that would make you look like a clown.
Don't forget the white Afrikaners that he brought over.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what make him look like a clown.
They weren't even farmers. None of them were farmers. And within a week, one of them got locked up, put in prison because he strangled his woman, his wife.
I mean, what would it matter if they were farmers or not? Like, why was them people here?
Because they probably had a genocide, taking their farms stuff away.
Yeah.
But they weren't farmers, they had no farm.
See how that works.
They had no farm. And then one of them strangled his wife.
Was this a criminal with...
Soon, right. After being here for a week, he strangled his wife with his hand.
His bare hand.
His bare hands. You know how mad you gotta do somebody? Damn, I got deported over here. I'm not in Africa no more. I'm here. Bitch, come here.
We ain't got no money like they say they was gonna give us some money.
But these are the good people who running from crime. All right. That's going to be in 97. We see y'all again on episode 98.
98.
Yeah, we're getting close to 100 mark, right?
Oh, I just remember 97 is the year I graduated.
Okay.
Yay.
All right.
97.
You old, right?
That was a good year. We was turning up. We had fun. Like, sports was my thing. I love sports. I love sports.
The big league.
Let me some track and field. That was me. Tashia, how bad yeah.
Thank you, my supporters, for supporting my online store and podcast. Please continue to give me your feedback. I definitely appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll give you a shout out in next upcoming episode. Please subscribe on YouTube, please. Don't forget to check out my online apparel store called Straight Hating Fashion and More. Go to straighthatingfashionandmore.com, straighthatingfashionandmore.com, or go to Facebook and look up Straight Hating LLC. Thank you for watching or listening, depending on what platform you're currently using. Follow my podcast on straighthating.castos.com for video podcasts, and straighthatingpodcast.buzzsprout.com for audio podcasts. I'm also on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and several other platforms. Here's my co-host, Tasha.
It's me, Tasha Man, quarterback. When you say my name, make sure you say it completely. That's Tasha Man, quarterback. Let's go.
That's good.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do got a movie to recommend. Go see Straw on Netflix. You would cry the whole movie.
Well,
That's a good movie.
talk to you later.
See.